All right, let's get started. This is an overview of the security impact of AI on organizational leadership by Virtualization Options LLC. Now, this is really meant to be a starting point for a bigger training conversation because, as you know, every organization is different. So we always work with folks to develop custom training that addresses their specific needs, their unique risks, and of course, their productivity goals. Today, we are diving deep into a topic that's making a massive leap, right from the server room straight into the boardroom. We're talking about AI security. And this isn't just about a new piece of software. Oh no, it's about a complete shift in how we need to think about risk, about responsibility, and really what it means to lead in this new digital age.
So, just so we're clear, this is a general overview, and there's no warranty expressed or implied. We're going to explore why those old security playbooks we've relied on for years are, well, pretty much obsolete, and why, when it comes to AI, the buck really stops with leadership. You know, this quote right here really sets the stage perfectly. AI systems are not just tools, they are autonomous decision makers. Let that sink in. We're not just dealing with a faster calculator here. We're talking about a brand new class of digital entities living and working inside our companies. And that, well, that changes absolutely everything.
The sheer scale of this whole transformation is, honestly, it's staggering. I mean, on one side of the coin, you have consulting firms like McKinsey saying AI is going to unlock trillions of dollars in economic value. That's an opportunity no leader can afford to ignore, right? But, and it's a big but, with all that incredible promise comes some very, very serious peril. And here is the absolute crux of the issue. All those security playbooks, the ones we've spent decades perfecting, they're just not built for this new world. They were designed to protect systems that are static, that are predictable, not systems that learn and evolve and change on their own. So, how should we even think about these AI systems? Well, I think the best way to wrap your head around it is to see them as a totally new kind of digital insider. Think about it for a second. They have access to our most sensitive data, they can make their own decisions, they can even execute financial transactions, all at a speed and scale that is just fundamentally different from any human employee. Okay, so that brings us to the threats themselves. And these aren't just new threats. They are, by their very nature, way more insidious. Why? Because they're not attacking a firewall. They're attacking the AI's logic, its very learning process. Let's dig into that. Take something called data poisoning. This has nothing to do with breaking down a digital wall. No, this is about secretly feeding the AI bad, corrupted information while it's still learning. It's almost like altering an organism's DNA. The flaw becomes a core part of its being, baked into how it thinks and makes decisions from the inside out. And hey, this isn't some sci-fi theory. Look at this real-world case from 2024 in the healthcare world. Attackers managed to subtly tweak medical images, the very images being used to train a diagnostic AI. The result? The AI, this trusted tool, started making critical misdiagnoses. And the truly terrifying part, this invisible attack went completely undetected for months. This chart really draws a perfect line in the sand. See, traditional threats, they go after things you can monitor. Your networks, your servers, you see alerts, you check logs. But AI threats, like we just saw, they target the invisible stuff, the learning process, the integrity of the data, the core logic of the model itself. They can be completely hidden in plain sight. Now, let's talk about what happens when AI can act on its own, when it becomes agentic. A single little vulnerability isn't just a single problem anymore. It can trigger a massive domino effect, what we call chained vulnerabilities, causing a cascade of failures. Or even worse, task escalation. A compromised AI could just decide on its own to go from, say, sorting emails to trying to access critical financial systems, all without a single human telling it to. So, when you look at these unique and frankly dangerous risks, the conclusion becomes crystal clear. This is not just an IT department problem anymore, not even close. AI security is now a core responsibility of leadership. It's a boardroom imperative. And if you need a number to really hammer that point home, here you go. 80%. According to McKinsey, a staggering 80% of organizations run into risky AI behaviors during their initial deployments. This isn't a what if, it's a when. And this right here perfectly illustrates that massive shift in accountability. The National Association of Corporate Directors has put it in black and white. Boards are now facing direct liability. That means the responsibility for securing AI, for making sure its data is trustworthy, now sits right at the top of the organization. But
That responsibility isn't on just one person's shoulders. No, it's got to be spread across the whole C-suite. You've got the CIO handling the infrastructure, the CISO managing the specific AI security controls, and the chief risk officer looking at the big picture for the entire company. It's got to be a team sport.
Okay, so the risks are huge, but, and this is important, they are absolutely manageable. It just takes a strategic, proactive approach. So let's talk about how to build your AI fortress with security designed in from the very first brick.
So what does this fortress actually look like? Well, it's not a wall you just slap on at the end. It's a security mindset that's woven into the entire AI lifecycle. You start at the very beginning, in the design phase with threat modeling. You carry it through development with automated testing. Then you have rigorous validation and pen testing before you even think about deploying. And it never, ever stops, with continuous real-time monitoring once the AI is live. The crucial thing to remember is that this is not a one-and-done fix. This whole landscape is evolving at a breathtaking pace, which means our strategy, our preparation, has to be looking ahead. And just look at how fast the official rulebook is being written. From the White House executive order to the EU's AI Act to new profiles from NIST, the regulatory and compliance environment is tightening up fast. That window for just voluntarily adopting best practices, it's closing. Which, of course, brings us to the final and most critical question for every single leader watching this. Your organization is adopting AI. You're chasing that innovation, you're chasing that growth, but is your leadership team truly prepared for the immense responsibility of securing it? So the core takeaway here is pretty clear. AI security isn't just an IT issue anymore. It is a strategic leadership mandate. It's absolutely essential for protecting your organization and, frankly, for unlocking all that innovation responsibly. It's really about moving from a reactive stance, patching holes after you find them, to a proactive one, where security is a foundational part of your AI strategy from day one. Answering that final question we posed, are you prepared, requires a lot more than just awareness. It requires a fundamental shift in strategy and a deep commitment to building security into the very DNA of your AI initiatives. Because in the age of AI, the biggest risk isn't just a system breach, it's a failure of leadership. Again, this has been a general overview from Virtualization Options LLC. For custom training for your team, please contact Bob Slovic, our Chief Technologist. Thanks for your time.